Hey, Elvis Cup Guy here. Hey, you guys are going to want to stay tuned and check this entire video out. You're not going to believe what I found for you guys in my video archives, okay? It's a rare interview with Jerry Lee Lewis. Yes, the killer himself, okay? And Jerry Lee Lewis talks about Elvis Presley in this interview. He talks about the first time that he ever met Elvis, the circumstances that happened when he met him, what his impression was of him, and even as an entertainer and as a friend. And there's one more segment I'm going to play at the very end of this video where Elvis Presley in 1956 asked Jerry Lee Lewis point blank, "Do you think I'm singing the devil's music?" And you're not going to believe what Jerry Lee Lewis admits that he told Elvis when Elvis asked him that, okay? Really cool, interesting, rare interview with the killer, Jerry Lee Lewis. So anyway, hang tight, and it's coming up now.
These are your basic artists. Elvis Presley, he's dead. God rest his soul. Finally got rid of him. Took a long time, but then he was a fine person. He was great. He was rock and roll.
What was it, because you all met in Memphis and you were recording there, what was the sound that you were all creating? What was the music you'd heard that you were...
Well, Elvis heard my record on the radio, and I had never met him before, you know. And he was just driving down the road, and he'd pull over the side of the road and stop and listen to it, and he said, "I've got to meet this cat. Who is this, you know?" He said, "What does he look like anyway?" He was a funny guy. So he come on down to Sun Records, and I met him, and that's where we put this album down and recorded a lot of stuff together, you know. I'm going down and up. I'm going up, testing, but Elvis Presley was the greatest, one of my best friends. That you know, he was great. What can I say? That son of a bitch could get it. Anybody try to follow him on stage has been a nut. I'll eat him off.
All right, how did you guys like that? Jerry Lee Lewis talks about the first time that he met Elvis Presley and what a friend he was and what he thought about Elvis as an entertainer. Now, as promised, back in 1956, Elvis Presley asked Jerry Lee Lewis point blank, "Do you think I'm singing the devil's music?" And you're not going to believe what Jerry Lee Lewis admits that he told Elvis when Elvis asked him that. So anyway, hang tight, and that's coming up now.
And Elvis, he asked me, he said, "You think I'm singing the devil's music?" I said, "Hell, you are the devil, boy." He said, "Jerry Lee, don't you say it to me no more. You got it." He was very sensitive, you know, very sensitive about going to hell.
Well, that was interesting at that time, though, because there were a lot of people that said rock and roll was the devil's music and so on. But it just, you know...
I couldn't visualize Jesus Christ singing, a whole lot of shaking going on. I couldn't visualize Satan singing it.